Hi students, 12th Standard Accountancy, Chapter 5, Admission of your partner. Let's read the question, exercise sum number 13. Prema and Chandra shares profits in the ratio of 5:3. Hema is admitted as a partner. Prema surrendered 1/8 of her share and Chandra surrendered 1/8 of her share in favor of Hema. Calculate the new profit sharing ratio and sacrificing ratio. Let's understand what they given here, okay. Then what they asked us to calculate, okay. So Prema and Chandra both are old partners. Their old profit sharing ratio is 5:3. So 5:3 means 5 plus 3 equal to 8. Prema's old profit sharing ratio is 5/8 and Chandra's old profit sharing ratio is 3/8, okay. Listen here, as per the question we are going to apply here to solve the problem, okay. Prema and Chandra both are old partners. Their old profit sharing ratio is 5/8, which means 5 plus 3 equal to 8. Prema's old profit sharing ratio is 5/8 and Chandra's old profit sharing ratio is 3/8. And Hema is admitted as a partner, which means Hema is a new partner, okay. Prema surrendered 1/8 of her share. So Prema is a old partner who surrendered 1/8 of share. Underline the word surrendered, okay. Old partner surrendered. And Chandra surrendered 1/8 of her share in favor of Hema. So Chandra is a old partner who also surrendered 1/8 of share in favor of to whom? In favor of new partner Hema, okay. So what they ask, we are going to calculate the new profit sharing ratio and sacrificing ratio, okay. First of all, we have to find out the sacrificing ratio. Why? Because from the sacrificing ratio only we are going to find out the new profit sharing ratio. So for that, first we have to sacrificing the ratio. If they have given in the question surrender, whenever you see the word surrender in the admission of partner, how can you calculate the share sacrificing ratio? It's very simple. Old partners surrender means old partners give their share of profit in favor of new partner, okay. If whenever you see the word surrender, you have a formula to find out the share sacrificing ratio. What is that? Old share into surrender share. Prema's old share is 5/8 and whose surrender share is 1/8. We are going to multiply directly because denominator is the same number. 1 5 is 5 and 8 8s are 64, okay. Similarly, Chandra is also a old partner whose old profit sharing ratio is 3/8. Whose surrender share of profit is 1/8 in favor of new partner Hema. What we have to do? We are going to find out the share sacrificing ratio. So for that, we are going to multiply old share into surrender share, okay. 3 1s are 3 and 8 8s are 64, okay. So share sacrificing ratios, Prema's share sacrificing ratio is 5/64 and Chandra's share sacrificing ratio is 3/64, okay. Then we will get, they ask share sacrifice in the ratio form. We find out in the fraction form. So for that we have to cancel the denominator number 64 because we have the same denominator. So for that we have to cancel it. Then we will have 5:3. This is the share sacrificing ratio is 5:3. Now we are going to find out the new profit sharing ratio, okay. So how can we find out the new profit sharing ratio of old partner? It's very simple. We have subtract old share minus share sacrificing ratio. We will get new profit sharing ratio, okay. New profit sharing ratio of old partner, okay. So what is the old share for Prema? It is 5/8. So 5/8. What is the share sacrificing ratio for Prema? 5 by 64. Okay. Chandra's old share is 3 by 8. Chandra's sacrificing ratio is 3 by 64. Okay. So what we have to do now? Now we are going to subtract old share minus share sacrificing ratio. We first for that we have to check the denominator. Denominator we have the different values 8 and 64. 8 is not divisible by 64, but 64 is divisible by 8 times in 8. Okay, 8 8s are 64 and 164 is 64. Okay, so we have to take 64 as the common number. So for that we are going to enter 64 in denominator. How many times a number multiplied with 8, you will get the answer. Sorry, you will get the answer 64. 8. 8 8s are 64. Same 8 you are going to enter into the numerator. 5 8s are 40. And we have to enter that minus sign here. Okay. Now, how many times a number multiplied with 64, you will get the 64? 1. The same one you are going to enter into the numerator. Okay. 164 is 64. 1 5 is 5. Okay. Now, 40 minus 5 you will get 35 divided by 64. Okay. So, new profit sharing ratio of a Prema is 35 by 64. Then we are going to find out Chandra's new profit sharing ratio. Chandra's old profit sharing ratio is 3 by 8. Her sacrificing ratio is 3 by 64. Okay. We have to subtract it. So for that we are going to check the denominator. We have the different denominator 8 and 64. 8 is not divisible by 64, but 64 is divisible by 8 times in 8. Okay. So for that we are going to take 64 as the common number. So for that we are going to enter 64 in denominator. Okay. How many times a number multiplied with 84 you will get? How many times a number multiplied with 8 you will get 64? 8. 8 8s are 64. The same 8 you are going to enter into numerator. 3 8s are 24. Okay, minus sign applied. 164 is 64 and 1 3 is 3. Right? So 24 minus 3, 21 by 64. Now we have to find out new partner Hema's new profit sharing ratio. How can a new partner get their new profit sharing ratio? Old partners sacrifice their share of profit only. New partner will get the new profit sharing ratio. Accordingly, Prema sacrificing ratio is 5 by 64. We have to enter 5 by 64 here. Okay. And old partner Chandra also sacrifice her share of profit. How much? 3 by 64. So 3 by 64. We have to check the denominator. Denominator we have the same value. So for that you have to add the numerator value. Okay. 5 plus 3, 8. 8 by 64. So we will get 64 for 3 partners. 64, 64, 64 in the denominator. So for that we need not calculate much more for Hema. So Hema's new profit sharing ratio is 8 by 64 and Chandra's new profit sharing ratio is 21 by 64 and Hema's new profit sharing ratio is 8 by 64. But we find that new profit share is like fraction method. Okay. So for that we are going to give the new profit sharing into the ratio form. We have to cancel the denominator value 64. We have the same denominator, so we have to cancel it. Then we will get the new profit sharing ratio, that is 35 is to 21 is to 8. Okay, the new profit sharing ratio is 35 is to 25 is 21 is to 8 and share sacrificing ratio is 3 is to 5. Do you have any doubt? Please comment it into the comment box. Thank you. Take care.